Shri Veerbhadra Singh, Dr. Chauhan, Mr. Uday Kumar Verma. It is such a big pleasure to welcome you today to the third World SME Conference and the delegates and dignitaries. When we started the journey of Milagro about 4 years ago, we never knew that we will have some sort of a platform like the World SME Conference. I started with a very small vision. 4 years ago, having left the corporate world, that we will help the small and medium enterprises of the country as a venture catalyst, a very different kind of a consulting formula which has not been practiced for a very long time by any consulting firm worldwide, where we said we will do the strategy, execution, institutionalization of the entire change process in a small and medium firm. As we went along, we realized that the challenges are much greater than just engaging with a small firm and just saying that we will help you and institutionalize. Small and medium businesses had much greater issues than just what the strategic inputs could provide. We started to study some of the geographical issues, some of the industry-specific issues, and we started to study the issues of individual entrepreneurs. And we realized that there was a huge policy framework gap, policy effectiveness gap, and also a gap of the ecosystem not providing funding at the right time, not providing HR services at the right time, not providing IT services at the right time, not providing marketing inputs at the right time, not providing maybe the best-in-class manufacturing inputs at the right time, not providing training and development solutions at the right time. So as a result, the vision for Milagro became broader than just being a consulting firm, and we said we will be a one-stop destination for the micro, small and medium enterprises, and we will focus on people who are growth seeking. In this process, we formulated this platform, which is the World SME Conference, which is a must attend for most of the thought leaders, academicians, entrepreneurs themselves, practitioners, to come, learn and deliberate on the issues and also influence the policymakers. As a part of the World SME Conference, every year we also release an effectiveness study on the government policies for MSME sector. So today we are releasing the third study of the MSME sector in India and the policy, this thing. I will just share with you very, very briefly on the findings. Still, as most of us are aware, the awareness of the government policies is much below where it should be desired. The MSME Act was launched in 2006, and even today in 2010, our 3 studies, sir, has shown that 41% of the people are only aware of the MSME Act, and 59% don't even know what are the policies which exist, which is a big, big task, because only when the people are aware would they be able to utilize the benefits of the study. In the West, the awareness is the highest. In the East, it is the second highest, and South, it is the lowest, North being in the middle. Although the awareness has gone up, from about 30% to about 41% in the last 3 years, but still a lot needs to be done. Also, in terms of the availed benefits of the government initiatives, we can see that credit facilitation is something which companies are availing. Recognition as an MSME, which provides huge amount of benefits to the MSME because the awareness is less. Last year it went up, and this year it has come down again to only about 30%. Procurement support, marketing promotion and other enablers, payment delays, dispute settlements. There is much to be desired in terms of the effectiveness at the ground level. In terms of one very major measure which I'm sure, and I'm so happy this year with you, sir, heading the ministry, and Shri Uday Kumarji, heading the ministry as a secretary, that we now have visionaries and thought leaders in this position who would be able to change some of the framework which exists. Impact of corruption at the local level is something which is really affecting the MSMEs because they are individuals. We can see that the entrepreneurs are saying that the corruption at the local level is extremely high, with almost 40% of the people saying very high, 55% saying extremely high, normal high, and medium saying 3%. So almost you can say 98% of the people at the local level are actually complaining of corruption, and almost about 80 to 85% of the people saying that it has an adverse impact on their viability as a business. Effectiveness of government schemes still somehow, because the delivery is not as high as it should be, 45% of the people are saying that the deliveries are not effective at all. 35% are saying they are slightly effective, and average effectiveness about 16%, but only 4% of the people are saying that the schemes are more than expected effective. We have the study, sir. We have been presenting it to the various ministers. We presented it to Shri Dinshaji Patel also, and we will present this year's study to you. So this is something which we need to really act upon, and I'm sure that, sir, with you being there and sir, you being there, we will really have effectiveness increase on this front. I won't take more time, sir. I'm really thankful for you gracing the occasion. We are also looking forward to Shri Ashok Chauhan's personal journey, in this space, and there are so many people who have come to, listen to you, sir. You are a visionary. We can call you the father of modern education in India, and the way you have managed your family, I think you would be an inspiration to the multitudes of entrepreneurs, across the country. If I may dare say, almost 99% of Indian businesses are micro, small, and medium by numbers, and an equal amount, one can say, are family-oriented businesses. And the theme which we have chosen, which is of family businesses, I feel is extremely apt, and it is the order of the day. Milagro estimates, which I'm actually taking a session during the later half of the day, is that almost 200,000 crores of wealth will transfer this year from the first generation to the second generation entrepreneurs, which is a huge amount of wealth which is passing on to the second generation entrepreneurs. And if this is not handled well, many families, many businesses will be made or unmade in front of our eyes. So that is why, sir, we have chosen this theme. And once again, thank you very much for being there. We really look forward to your address and guidance. Thank you, sir.